Many Americans dream of financial freedom, yet every month feels like a struggle. Paychecks come in, and just as quickly, they're gone, spent on bills, food, and rent. It's like running on a treadmill, no matter how fast you go. You never move forward. This frustration is something millions of people can relate to. On top of that, inflation keeps climbing, groceries cost more, rent is rising, and jobs feel less secure than ever for many families. It feels like trying to fill a bucket that has holes in the bottom, no matter how much water you pour in, it keeps leaking out. That pressure makes saving feel impossible. And here's the thing, many people believe you need $100,000 to even start investing or building passive income. That belief keeps them stuck, waiting for the perfect moment that never arrives. It's like standing at the starting line of a race, but refusing to run until you own the best shoes. In reality, the race can be started with much less. The truth is, you don't need $100,000. Even with just $1,000, you can start planting the seeds of a passive income machine. It's like planting a tiny apple seed that grows into a tree over time. Small beginnings can create something powerful. The key is knowing how to use what you have, instead of waiting for what you don't. What if I told you that the same $1,000 sitting quietly in your bank account could actually start working harder than you do? Imagine that money becoming a little worker, building a future for you while you sleep. Sounds exciting, right? Well, today, we are going to uncover exactly how that's possible. Hi, I'm Lena, and welcome to Bizmastery channel. Master your business, master your future. Here, we simplify money and business so you can actually take action without feeling overwhelmed. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way, you'll never miss out on practical strategies and tools to grow your wealth. Quick note, this video is for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice, so always make choices that fit your own situation. Here's what you can expect today. We'll go step by step, showing how even a small amount like $1,000 can be turned into a system that grows, pays you back, and builds a foundation for true passive income. And here's the deal. Stay until the very end, because each step builds on the last. If you miss one, the whole picture won't make sense. Trust me, you'll want to see how it all comes together. Step 1 is simple but powerful. You need to build your safety net. Without it, every unexpected bill or emergency can pull you off track. Think of it as your shield against life's surprises. Before your money can grow, it has to be protected. It's like being on an airplane when the oxygen masks drop down. The instruction is always the same. Put your own mask on first, then help others. Why? Because if you're not secure, you can't support anyone else. Your savings work exactly the same way. That's why having at least a small emergency cushion around $500 to $1,000 is so important. It gives you breathing room when life throws you a curveball. Instead of panicking and pulling money out of your investments, you'll be ready. That small cushion is your first defense. Think of it like laying the first brick of a house. You can't build the walls, the roof, or the whole design until that first brick is solid. Every financial structure starts with a foundation, and that foundation is your savings. Step 2 is understanding what passive income really means. It's not just a buzzword you hear online. It's a way of creating money streams that keep flowing even when you're not actively working. Think of it as money working on your behalf, like a team of helpers who never sleep. Once you see it this way, it becomes less intimidating and more exciting. Think of passive income like planting an apple tree. At first, it takes effort. You plant the seed, water it, and care for it. But once it grows strong, it produces fruit again and again without much work. That's exactly how passive income rewards your early effort with long-term results. Passive income is not about getting rich overnight. It's about creating systems that keep paying you while you live your life. Imagine earning money while you sleep, travel, or spend time with family. That freedom is what makes passive income so powerful. There are many kinds of passive income streams you can build. Some come from interest or lending, others from royalties, rentals, or small business systems. Each type works differently, but they all share one thing: they keep paying you over time. The trick is choosing one that fits your lifestyle and goals. Step 3 is about picking the lane that fits you. Not every path to passive income will feel right, and that's okay. The goal isn't to try everything, but to find one direction that matches your skills, comfort, and lifestyle. When you choose the right lane, the journey feels smoother and more achievable. Think of it like choosing a fitness plan. You don't need to try every exercise or program out there. Instead, you pick the one that makes sense for your body and your goals. Passive income works the same way. You only need the plan that works for you. There are plenty of options you can start with. Even if you only have $1,000, you might try creating a small digital product, dipping into small investments, starting a micro business, or even joining peer-to-peer lending platforms. Each option has its own pros and cons. The key is knowing which one feels most natural to you. Here's the golden rule: don't scatter your $1,000 into too many places at once. Spreading too thin only slows you down and keeps you from seeing real results. Instead, commit to one lane and stay consistent with it. Consistency turns small beginnings into big outcomes. Step 4 is all about letting your money multiply. Instead of sitting still, your $1,000 can start working quietly in the background. Think of it like planting seeds in a field. Once they're in the ground, nature takes over and growth begins. Even if the growth feels small at first, it builds momentum over time. It's a lot like yeast in bread. You don't see much at first, but little by little, the dough rises until it's something bigger and better. Small beginnings in money work the same way. Tiny efforts can expand into meaningful results. The patience is worth it. There are simple ways to grow your $1,000 without needing to be an expert. You could explore interest-based accounts, government bonds, or even fractional shares of companies. These options don't require massive wealth to start. They're designed to help your money work while you sleep. The big idea here is simple: slow growth beats no growth. Your $1,000 doesn't have to double overnight. It just has to keep moving forward over months and years. That slow but steady progress makes all the difference. Remember, the magic is in consistency and time. Step 5 is about turning what you already know into a source of income. Your skills, your knowledge, even your hobbies can become valuable when shared the right way. Think of it as packaging your brainpower into something people can use. It's about realizing that what you know has real worth. It's a lot like recording a song once and earning royalties for years. You put in the effort one time, and the rewards keep coming back again and again. That's the beauty of digital assets. They keep paying you long after the work is done. One push can create waves that last for years. With just $1,000, you can create small but powerful digital products. It could be a book that shares your expertise, templates that save people time, or even online lessons. These products don't need a big company behind them. They just need your creativity and effort to launch. The key is to start simple and build from there. The beauty of digital assets is that they live online, available 24/7. That means while you're asleep, people on the other side of the world could be buying your product. It's like setting up a store that never closes. Your work keeps earning even when you're not around. Step 6 is about creating a small engine that can run by itself. Imagine building something simple that doesn't always need you to push it forward. Once it's set up, it can keep moving even while you're focused on other things. That's the power of starting a side business that works in the background. Think of it like setting up a lemonade stand, but this time, it's online. Instead of being there every hour, your online stand can keep selling even when you're asleep. It's the modern version of a childhood hustle, but powered by the internet. The stand never closes. and customers can stop by anytime. With $1,000, you can test small side hustles that don't require huge risks. You could launch a tiny online store, offer a simple digital service, or even set up automated tools to handle sales. It's all about experimenting with ideas and finding out what clicks. That small start can be the seed for something much bigger. Remember, every business is like a plant. It grows when you water it. At first, it may look small, but with consistent effort, it starts to bloom. Patience and care are what turn a small side hustle into something strong and reliable. The more love you give it, the more it grows. Step 7 is all about making your money work harder for you. Instead of letting it sit still, you put it back into the system so it grows stronger. Think of it like training your dollars to become athletes that keep pushing forward. The more they move, the more powerful your machine becomes. It's just like an athlete who reinvests time and energy to improve performance. The more they practice, the sharper they get. Your money works the same way. It should go back into the game instead of sitting on the bench. That's how you level up your financial growth. One of the biggest mistakes is spending your profits too early. It's tempting to cash out, but the real growth comes from putting that money back to work. Reinvesting helps you build momentum instead of losing it. Think of it as fueling the fire rather than letting it burn out. Over time, this creates compounding, a force that turns small beginnings into massive results. Imagine your $1,000 snowball rolling downhill, growing bigger with every turn. At first it's small, but then it becomes unstoppable. That's the magic of reinvesting, little by little. Your machine grows into a giant. Let's do a quick recap of our journey. Step 1 was building your safety net. Step 2, understanding passive income. Step 3, choosing your path. Step 4, using low-cost investments. Step 5, creating digital assets. Step 6, starting a small side business. And finally, Step 7, reinvesting to grow even bigger. Here's the big picture. You don't need $100,000 to start. Even with just $1,000, you can begin building a passive income machine. The key is strategy, patience, and consistency. Small steps, done wisely, can lead to massive results over time. If this video gave you value, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a financial boost. By supporting this channel, you're helping us share tools that can change lives. I'd love to hear from you. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. What would you do with $1,000 to start your passive income machine? Let's start a conversation and inspire each other. This is Bizmastery. Master your business. Master your future. Remember, the best time to plant your financial tree was yesterday. The second best time is today. Start now.